Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask the Coach. So this week's question comes from Philippa, who asks, is dairy good or bad for you? This is a terrific question because there's actually a lot of contradictory information on the internet. Some people insist that you should have dairy every day in order to support strong bones, and then other people say you should avoid dairy at all cost due to both the additives that are found in it these days in conventional dairy, whether that be hormones or pesticides, and then also a lot of people are concerned about the ability to digest dairy. So really, where does the truth stand? Well, I'm here to share the facts with you, and then you can decide what makes the most sense for you and your body. So, conventional dairy, and by this I mean non-organic dairy, does tend to have hormones as well as pesticides pass through due to the fact that producers are trying to get the most milk out of their cows, and so they're providing them with hormones to kind of increase the milk production. Now, that said, in terms of just looking at what if I got organic dairy and then I didn't have those concerns, well, functional medicine experts would tell you that dairy is an inflammatory food. So for people with inflammatory conditions, you may want to consider whether that's a good choice for you. And then also the lactose in it can be difficult for about 75% of the world's population to digest. In addition, for people that have GI considerations, sometimes the actual sugar, the lactose that's in dairy, can exacerbate issues if you have bacteria or yeast overgrowths. On the plus side, there is some dairy like kefir, which can actually contain natural probiotics, or similarly, if you got unsweetened yogurt, that could be beneficial to your gut bacteria. So really, where the decision lies is, one, knowing your personal tolerance for dairy and knowing if you're able to process lactose okay. And then two, really taking a moment to think, are there other factors in my body that may not be obvious, such as a lactose intolerance, but could be things like inflammatory conditions or, like I said, the bacteria and yeast overgrowths, or even just sinuses. There's a lot of things that dairy correlates to. So if you're unsure, what I'd recommend is take a week or two off of dairy, see how you feel, reintroduce it, and then see if you notice any change. And if it's a negative change, avoid it. You can always find calcium and vitamin D in other foods, such as leafy greens and some seafood. And if it works for you, go ahead and continue to enjoy it.